All right. So we just got done watching. Why are you smiling like that?
Oh, it's the Neverlander! Oh my goodness!
We just got done watching the YouTube videos on prepping for this Thursday's surgery. Today is Monday, so we got a few more days left before. Oh, your mommy makeover. So how are you feeling?
Nervous, but excited. I'm really at a point where we've been talking about it and I guess preparing and feeling like there's been delays for so long that I really just want it to be over with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, that's where I'm at. Between last video and this video, things have continued to be stressful and scary. Not in our immediate family, but within our family. And so I wasn't sure that I should do this. But we decided that yeah, I should. And we're just going to move forward and on faith believe that everything's going to be fine. My blood pressure, super, super high. We know that.
Oh yeah. Okay. So in the last video, it was insane, but
It was stroke level high. I know we didn't say that, but now that I'm in the clear and I know that I'm not dying, and that's been my baseline for probably I know for at least 3 months, but maybe longer than that.
Yeah, I was going to say longer than you're even aware.
Yeah. So what was crazy was that every time I saw a doctor and they were like, "Hey, are you all right?" And I feel fine. Literally felt fine. Nothing, absolutely no concern that anything was happening. So I did go see a cardiologist, and he said that he believed that it was due to an adrenal gland
Issue.
I was going to say malfunction, but I don't think that's the right word. And that had something to do with some hormone that controls your blood pressure. And so he's like, "I'll put you in the lowest dose and we'll see what happens." And literally, what did I say? I took the medication, and then within 6 hours, my blood pressure was the lowest I had seen it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
So I've been on that, and my blood pressure has maintained low normal levels. No concern. He did prescribe me also a medication that if my blood pressure was high, dangerously high, that I would take it in that moment to lower it immediately, but I haven't had to use it. So I'm feeling good about that.
Yeah.
All my blood work that he ran on me came back clean, just like all of the other blood work that people have ran has come back clean. He did me do a CT scan that checked for calcium deposits in and around my heart.
My kidney stone was.
Well,
Not in my heart. It came from my kidney.
But
it loved me.
Okay. My levels were 0, which means 0 risk, no risk whatsoever of a heart attack or a stroke or anything. Yeah. So I think that further proved his point that my blood pressure is due to something in my brain that's making my hormones freak out. Anyway, so he cleared me at 0 risk level, or low risk level. I shouldn't say 0. He said low risk level because my blood pressure is staying down, and he couldn't see anything wrong with my heart in that little scan.
That's good. That's all good news. What about, so knowing that the surgery is in a couple days, how are you feeling as far as are you nervous? Are you just in crazy anticipation of this? Just talk a little bit about that.
I don't know how to talk about it because I don't feel I'm nervous about pain afterwards, right? And our family and you working, but also taking care of me and 4 kids, 3 kids. Salem can take care of herself, but
just, with the surgery.
I'm not nervous about the surgery. I don't.
Ready to go?
I don't know how to explain it. I'm not nervous. I don't think anything's going to go wrong. I'm not nervous about the surgery. If there's anything that I'm nervous about, it's the pain afterwards and recovery. That's it. That's the only thing that I'm nervous about. I'm anxious to see results. I'm anxious to get past the pain and past the point of like, hey, you can't walk, you can't go to theme parks, you can't swim, I can't take a shower for a week. Like,
That's
I just want to
disgusting.
get past, I just want to get past that point too of like,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. So, I'm probably more nervous than Kristen is, and I said this in the first video before my beard fell off. If you're wondering, yes, it's gone. Thanks for pointing that out. But I will say that you've got an incredibly high pain tolerance for kids, and so I'm probably more nervous about that than you are. But I think because as I'm looking at you in this shot. And I'm like, I'm seeing you. And like, I've really observed you over the last couple days. And I'm like, you don't need this. Like, you don't need it. And I think it's me just trying to be like, okay, are we really doing this? And there's a part of me that goes like, you don't need it. But I know why you want it. And so I don't think you really touched on that in the last video, like what it is specifically that really made you go, hey, this is what I want to do.
Okay, so I don't have stretch marks anywhere except for like minimally on my breasts, to the point that like nobody sees them unless I'm completely nude. But like my stomach I have loose skin at the top of my stomach, where most women will have loose skin towards the bottom. It's at the top, and so when I am dressed, when I have clothing on, it's like I get pressed from the bottom by my whatever I'm wearing on the bottom, shorts, underwear, bathing suit, and my bra. And I have this like wrinkling effect that happens that honestly gets worse as I lose weight. And it makes me not want to lose weight because I don't want to see that. But then I also want to lose weight because I don't want...
You're not happy.
It's more, and I'm not happy either way. And like the wrinkling like thing, like sometimes to me, I'm like, it looks really bad. It looks like I'm like an 80, 90-year-old woman.
I wouldn't go that far. I'd say like 70.
Okay, thanks. And nobody sees that but me and Scott, unless I am in a bathing suit. And it's like, I won't even,
2 pieces.
I won't wear 2 pieces. I won't even wear a high-waisted 2-piece because it just takes the pressure from the bottom piece and my top and it squishes it together. And whether anybody's looking at that area or not, I feel like they are, and I'm not happy with it. Yeah. There's that, but there's also like, there's times where like if I'm wearing something that's tight-fitted, like a dress or even a one-piece bathing suit, like I can see where the skin between whatever compression is at the bottom and the compression at the top, like it makes me look bigger than I am because I have all of the skin that just compounds together in this one spot. And like, it is a huge, huge, huge insecurity. I've gotten to a point where I don't like to wear tight t-shirts because I hate seeing that roll in my back between like my armpit and like my, here, I don't know, back bra roll fat. Like I hate that they call it that, but that's what it is. And I really don't like it. And I hate that when I put on a bathing suit or really any tight top, unless I'm wearing a bra, like I have big boobs, but they are so devoid of any volume at this point that like it gets smashed down and it's like I have nothing to a certain degree, like especially literally in a bathing suit. I have a picture here. I'm gonna show you. Can I show this?
Yeah, sure, if you're comfortable.
I got this bathing suit.
Hold on, I want to see too.
Okay, you don't have a shirt on. That's why I asked if I could show this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a mommy makeover too, though.
Shut up. This was like the level of comfort that I can have. I had for our cruise. You could see the wrinkling here a little bit, but thankfully the sun is shading in this particular picture. But like, that looks like no boob, and it's all down here. Like that's not a good look. It's really, really not. And I should have cleavage, and I have no cleavage. I don't have it. So I want to have it. And I want to not look at myself in pictures with my family and go, I really wish I hadn't taken that picture. I would be a better picture if I wasn't in it. I'm done thinking about myself like that. And that's why I've decided to do this, because it affects my marriage. It affects...
You think it affects your marriage? I mean, are you saying that, like, maybe from the standpoint of how you see yourself, or do you think I see you a certain way?
No, from the way that I see myself. But,
Okay.
like, I know you get frustrated when I say things about myself, and, like, family channel, right? But, like, intimacy issues and things where I'm like, I don't want to be seen like that, and so I don't. And, you know, I can't tell you how many times I have said something about myself, and I don't think that my children are listening, and Harlow's like, Mom, you're not fat. Mom, you're beautiful. Mom, you look okay. Like, and I hate myself for that. But, like, the things that I'm complaining about, I literally can't fix unless I do this. And I know I don't need it. I don't need to do this. I could live the rest of my life and be perfectly healthy and mostly happy, but I don't want to. I don't want to think the things that I think about myself anymore.
So if you haven't watched the first upload, I'll link it right here real quick, because we kind of get into more of that. But I think as a continuation, this is probably a good place to stop. We've got a few days left. There's still a few things that we need to buy too, for aftercare. So literally in the process of ordering those final things off of Amazon right now. And that's it.
I got my faja today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what a faja is?
I don't know. Explain that real
It's a
quick.
torture device. It's like a compression suit that you have to wear, like, God, I think the first 2 weeks, it's basically 23 hours a day. And then for the next 2 to 4 weeks after that, it's like 13 hours a day. I had such a hard time getting into it today. And I'm like, I told Scott, like, we have to practice because there's no way. Like, I'm not going to be able to get into it by myself. He's going to have to help me 100%.
In case anybody's wondering, what is this? Like, they might see that.
Oh, so I tend to have an adhesive allergy. And because it's plastic surgery, a lot of what we do is, like, there's no stitches in most cases because, like, they're trying to reduce scarring. So they use a lot of this, like, surgical tape. Earlier today, I had a steri strip on this arm, and I didn't get any reaction from it. I shouldn't say that I didn't get any reaction. There's a little bit. It kind of looks like eczema, though. Like, it's not red and itchy like it normally is. It's just, like, dry. I don't even know if you can see that.
Probably not. But that's the reason for it, is testing out.
Yeah, I need to know if they can use this or not. And if they can't, then they'll find an alternative. They have alternatives.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this off in the morning and see what it looks like and report back to the nurse and let them know what we can use.
All right. Well, love you. Excited to go through the process. I'm not sure if the next video is going to be the actual process or not. Maybe we'll do one final video before the morning of or something.
I did
Or
a
the
Goodwill
night
haul.
before. Yeah.
I did that. I don't know if that should be a video or anything.
Well, I mean, you could explain why you want to come show, like, what.
Well, the main thing that they stressed a lot besides, hey, don't take a shower you can't take a shower for a week. It's like, because I'm having my chest done, I'm not going to be able to raise my arms above my head. So, like, how do you get shirts on and off
Yeah.
if you can't raise your hands? So they were like, button-up shirts. I'm a woman. I don't have a lot of button-up shirts. So I was like, how do I avoid this? And they're also like, wear things that are loose on the bottoms. That way it's easy to get on and off, swelling, stuff like that. So I went to the Goodwill and I bought a bunch of men's button-up shirts. Like, they were, I think my average cost of everything was like $3 a piece, so that if they get destroyed, oh well. So that's just, like, literally, like, the majority of this is men's stuff. I actually found, I think, one women's button-up. I did, right here. This one. It's like a pajama shirt.
It's like something you used to have in the past.
Yeah, I went through, like, all the women's pajamas, and I found some loose-fitting pants that don't care about if I destroy them. A couple of pairs of shorts.
They did suggest a muumuu. I was kind of hoping you were going to get a muumuu.
They had muumuus, but I was like, I'm not. Because I know myself, and when I don't feel good, like, I want to be cozy and comfortable, and I'm like, I'm not going to be comfortable in that. But they did suggest a robe, because I'm going to have, what are those things called? They're drains. I'm going to have drains. And so they were like, if you get a robe and it has a little pocket, you can just tuck the drains in there and then you know where they're at. And I was like, that's a great idea, but not in my super healthy white robe that is comfy and cozy. I didn't want it to get ruined. So I bought this thing for like $2 at the Goodwill.
All right. Well,
that's it. Too much of an explanation?
No, I think it's good. It's, this is all stuff that is necessary. So good follow-up video.
Are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Scott just gave me the spill of what I should say to end this video. I can't. So again, I'm gonna say I've already made up my mind. I'm not gonna entertain anything negative. So if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them, as long as they're positive. And this is only our second video, but we are going to be uploading videos of the progress and the progression. So if you're interested, you can follow along, go back to it and reference it for your own use. Outside of that, you could give us a thumbs up if you want, and make me feel like I'm important. That's such a weird thing.
You're important. You're important. You're important.
It just feels like, when people are like, thumbs up, subscribe. It feels so weird.
Make sure you give us a
Make sure you share with your friends. It just feels weird. So
I say it because everybody else says it.
I know.
I used to refuse to say it, and I don't think it makes a difference, but
you never know. It might.
I don't know. Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Prayers and everything are welcome, and I'll see you surgery day probably.
Maybe the night before.
Or whatever. We'll see.